welcome back to the show. It's so good to see you again.
Hi,
And
David.
I
Good
still
morning.
I still mean I still mean to get out there. I'd love to be out there for the concert that's happening because I
Right.
am a musician. I am a musician besides doing what I do here. So I would love to join that. And I don't know if Tamara Leach has been in contact. I was talking to her the other day, texting back and forth. I know she'd love to be there, and of course, she's done a lot of concerts herself in support of freedom projects like what's going on there right now. So maybe Tamara will be part of that. I hope so because she's an icon of freedom now. So
She is. She's actually on her way. She'll be here for the weekend.
oh, she will. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. Because
Yeah.
I the other day when things looked darkest, I reached out to everybody, in in my in my imaginary Rolodex, if you will, to see who could come and show the support because the situation was so black. Not as
Yeah.
black now, but I guess my first question for you, Katie, you in the last 4 days, you've been arrested. You've had at least one fire on the farm, and if you could clear up whether it's one or two, because some people are saying there was another fire last night. You've been harassed at
Yeah.
all hours of the night by the RCMP, flashing their lights on, making as much noise as possible. You had, like you just told me, 2.5 hours sleep before
hmm
getting on this interview. And how are you holding up? How are you doing it?
I'm good. I think it's pure adrenaline and knowing that we got to make it to the finish line. We're 255 days, happy, healthy ostriches that we still have the most faith in for their resiliency. The international outpouring of support definitely feeds a lot of energy. And just knowing that we're doing what's right, we're standing on the right side of history. So that in itself, I think, feeds the drive and feeds the soul. So the arrest was a lot of surprise there. We were basically baited into the back of our farm with a lie saying that we were allowed to feed our animals. We were asking for the humane option to feed our animals while they were preparing for their killing. So we just said, let us keep them calm, let us keep them relaxed, let's keep them in a routine, and we will not be in your way, but let us feed them. And that is the humane thing to do for these animals that have been under stress, drone stress. We had a hen flip over the fence twice, almost break her leg because of the RCMP drones. And they said yes. And so they told us to feed. We filled up the buckets. We went to the back of the farm and got surrounded by cop cars and told that we were under arrest. So it was not a good feeling, that's for sure. We're not criminals, we're farmers, and we are just trying to do the right thing, looking out for the best interest of the animals that we've had under our care for 35 years. Yeah.
Well, I found that story incredible, and the fact you were charged with basically, to put it in colloquial terms, you were charged with animal cruelty. And I think, and I said when I heard that, this is just so Orwellian. I mean, if you have to point that out to people, I think there's something wrong. But it's so Orwellian that you would be charged with that when we've got people on the farm trying to destroy, kill, and absolutely obliterate 399 healthy birds. It's incredible to me that they would have the gall to even do this. But of course, this is all about government gall and nerve and absolutely putting the power of government in the face of farmers to say
Yeah.
who's in charge. We're in charge, and you're not going to be in charge. So I know you're
What
encouraging
you're
people. I watched your. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what you're seeing here is a classic display of punishment. This is not justice. This is a display of punishment. Punishment for standing up for what's right, standing up against them. We weren't even starting. This didn't start off as a battle. It started off as the mere request for collaboration, explaining to them that we have opportunity here, explaining to them that we are the experts in our animals and we know that they're healthy, requesting that we be able to test our animals without the threat under quarantine orders of 6 months in jail and $200,000 fine. This is a display of pure punishment and the actions of a tyrannical government that is acting completely insane. The millions of dollars that you taxpayer dollars are paying for us that are the most humble farmers you've ever met, who love their animals and want to see change in a policy to protect small farmers across Canada. This is a theatrical display of punishment, and this is Heath McDonald, this is Paul McKinnon, the president of the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, Courtney Fotheringham of Canadian Food Inspection Agency. This is our own politicians that really did take a long time to step up for us. I screamed crying for our leaders. Where are our politicians? Where are our leaders? When we saw that convoy of about 40 police cars, ghost cars, coming down the highway, while we stood in solidarity with our animals at about 7 a.m, freezing, and we knew that that might be the last time we got to spend standing on our own private property with our own animals. And we were very aware that those rights were going to be stripped away from us. That should never happen to anybody, especially when you have healthy animals. The world is screaming for them to be saved. And it's just, it is millions of dollars. We have day shift, night shift police. We have the head of, we have command centers set up here. We have had helicopters. We have drone teams. We have the task force here. This is our taxpayer dollars hard at work taking down a non-criminal, but yet we support criminals walking around the streets every day. There could be so much more better usage of these officers' time. They could be actually taking the real criminals off the streets, the rapists, the murderers, the pedophiles, and they're choosing to attack the hardworking Canadians that are invested in putting nutritional food on your plate. That's not us. We're not for food consumption. But they need to, also the hardworking farmers that are bringing innovative science to the forefront that are going to actually help protect humanity. So this is a display of pure punishment.